For the first time this summer, I've started to think about the next school year, and I started by just cleaning out some bookshelves, going to my kids' work boxes, cleaning them out, and doing a little bit of a spruce up in some of the rooms where we do a lot of our homeschooling. Join me for another day in the life. It will not take us long to crush. We're still in summer mode around here, but I knew this week that I needed to spend a little time thinking about school. And for me, the best place to start is to just clean everything out, spruce up the room a little bit, make things look fresh and nice and pretty. A place that draws us in and makes everyone excited about learning again. We have these beautiful zinnias and marigolds that I planted in a couple of pots around the house, and they're just striking this time of year. And so I cut a couple of them. I knew that starting with something beautiful like flowers when I have a big job ahead of me of cleaning out the kids' work boxes and our bookshelves, I knew that something beautiful like this was just the place to start to give me the excitement about doing the big job ahead of me. If you're new here, my name is Sherry. I'm the creator of the blog and YouTube channel Our Life Homeschooling, where I share homeschooling encouragement for everyday moms. I bring you along with me in our day-to-day work of homeschooling our kids. I'm a homeschooling mom to 10 kids. I'm married to my high school sweetheart for 24 years. I love encouraging other moms on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving this room a little touch up. It needs a mother's love. The kids do chores every day in here and they do a pretty good job of picking up, but our bookshelves every now and then I just need to go through them and reorganize the books. This is where we do a lot of school. And so I just sometimes like to start by making it pretty, change out some wall decor. I'm adding some plants this year. And I also, one big job, I need to go through the kids' work boxes. This is where we store all of their supplies. Most of the kids have 3 work boxes, reading, writing, and math, and that's where they keep all their belongings that they use every day. I just like to take a little bit of time when we start a new school year to just completely clean out and make the space look a little nicer. Give them something fresh to look at. Something that's going to inspire me, inspire them as well. My husband won this beautiful antique chest at an auction and I love it, but I can't decide if it's too big for this room or not. So I'm going to be moving a couple things around and trying to decide if it's going to stay or go. Even if we don't decide to keep it, it might be something nice to just switch for now and just do something a little different in here, and maybe later on if I don't feel like it's a great fit, I can move it back to how it was. You can see our bookshelves are in a little disarray here. The kids they're supposed to organize these every day. Whoever has this room as their chore, I'm supposed to be checking it. It just needs a little bit of help. This little area on top of this mantelpiece is some place that I like to display books, but it also needs a touch up. I need to clean it off, add some new things here, so we'll see what happens with this. Some more bookshelves that need organized. And these are the kids' work boxes. Now, don't judge. You all know you have places in your house like this as well. These work boxes right here, my kids are still using during the summer because they're reading books, and then they just shove them in their reading work box till it's overflowing like this. You can also see I have tabs on all the top work boxes. That's because our 18-month-old has pulled all the other ones off. So I'm gonna have to find them and maybe make some new ones and refresh those. We don't have a specific schoolroom where we do all our work. Our kids are pretty much spread throughout the house, some of them in the dining room at the table, or at the island in the kitchen. They'll be here in the living room or in the other room across the hallway there. I want our home to be the seat of all learning. I want what we do in our homeschool to just mesh with life in such a way that it's really kind of hard to distinguish between the two. And I think that's pretty much how it is in our school. When we start back to our book work at the end of August, it does mark something new. It's a distinction from the rest of the year. The kids do get excited about starting their schoolwork again, but our lifestyle has become one where we're constantly learning or producing, and so it's really not all that much of a change for us. One thing I've wanted to add to this room this year is some more indoor plants. So I found this hanging pot, at the Goodwill for cheap, and then I put some nice plants in that. I have some new plants on the windowsill, and I'm hoping to add a few more. Here I am starting to take apart my kids' work boxes. Now, at the end of the school year, I did have them clean these out, but they continue to use them all summer, just stuffing all their little trinkets that they find, any books they're reading, they just put in there. I just wanted to thoroughly clean them out. When I was cleaning them out, I found a couple of things that we've been missing this year. Every time one of my kids would get to the geometry section in their math workbooks, they couldn't find any of our protractors. We had just one originally, but it got lost, so we went out and bought another one, and we couldn't find them, so we just kept buying more, and I found 3 of them in Afton's math workbox. So we learned who is hiding all the protractors. Cleaning out these workboxes was kind of a big job. You can't really see all of it on just a short YouTube clip, but my method was to just empty everything, get everything out of the workboxes, wipe them clean with a wipe, put them all back empty, and then I took that pile of all the books and papers and everything, put it in a box, and set it aside so I can just slowly go through it. That way, having just an empty workbox stand it seems more manageable to me than taking the time to put everything away in every workbox. That would just take a lot of time. It's kind of fun looking through some of their workbooks. Here's a little watercolor Brinley did. And the older kids' workbooks are neater, or workboxes are neater than the younger ones. Here she's working on writing her own music. So it's fun to just see little surprises like this. I did find a collection of these labels, a lot of them, and a whole bunch of pencils. Now, the one other thing that I have done to prepare for our new homeschool year is to put together all of our morning time work. And I've done this in the simple morning time notebook that you can find on the blog. I'll leave the link below. This morning time notebook has been a great way to simplify our homeschool. Another thing that I bought that I'm going to be putting in this room, I bought some new wall art. These are some vintage posters. I got this one is some trees. I've had one that's all some James Audubon birds, some drawings he did. It's really pretty. I've had that one for a while, but I just wanted to get some different ones. My kids love nature, anything to do with nature. So we have this trees one. This one is some wildflowers, mushrooms. This will be interesting. We haven't really studied that much about mushrooms, so that's why I know just having these on the walls, the kids will stand and look at them and want to find out more about them. And the last one is some butterflies. I really like how they're made out of kind of like a cloth material. So I'm not loving the black plastic up top. My other one has more of a wood on the top, which I really like. So I can always change that in the future if I decide to. But for now, this is what's going up today.
Is that what you made?
Try.
Yeah. Oh, or that one kind of does. Not really at all. Oh yeah, that's their Christmas tree. And those are the cups right there, the yellow ones.
Ring cracking.
Oh no, those are the horns.
And Mom, why is the camera up? And then these two.
I've had a couple people ask me about the stand that we keep our work boxes in. It's something my husband made, so I can't give you a link for it, unfortunately. It's custom made. I bought the work boxes themselves at IKEA several years ago. I'm not even sure if they still sell them, but this has been a great fit for us. We have 3 work boxes. There are a lot of the labels I found in everyone's work boxes, and I was able to put those back on. Most of the kids have 3 work boxes: reading, writing, and math, because that covers a lot of the independent work they do. For a kindergartner, sometimes I'll just give them 1 work box because all their stuff fits in one. And then some of our older kids might have something extra just with some of the other classes that they're taking. Our science we do all together, and some of our history, some of the other kids do online history through Veritas Press. And then all of the rest of our school subjects are covered in morning time. So reading, writing, and math are enough work boxes for what we need. Organizing our books is something that is a constant job around here. Our kids read a lot, and so this always needs to be updated, and I'm always putting things back where they belong. After I clean out some of our school spaces, the next thing I'll have on my list of things to do is to start making up the kids' checklists. So that takes a little bit of time looking ahead to what I want to do with each of them, with my older kids, asking them what they want to do, and just sitting down and writing each child's plan out. For the mantle that had some of these books, and I had some decor here, this really had kind of fallen apart and it's dirty, and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do here. So I started by wiping it down really well, and I took down that mirror. It's been there for a while. I really love it, but I felt like it needed something else there, and I ended up putting some more of those vintage posters up. I did take a break to do one of my favorite things, and that is read to the kids. This was during quiet time when the babies were down, and we're finishing up The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I've done before with my older kids, but some of these younger ones haven't heard it yet. Reading to the kids is one of the things that I have kept up during the summer. I haven't done it every day, but consistently a couple of days a week. I think it really helps them to stay reading, to stay interested in stories. It's some great time that I have with them, just sitting down and talking to them. Usually we're snuggling together on the sofa. Back to this corner with the mantle, we found a swallowtail caterpillar, and that seemed like the perfect thing to put there. I found an old chalkboard, a wreath, and some flowers, and now it looks clean and pretty. I am really happy with just the little touch-up that we did in this room. I think it's just going to give us a great place to start. Cleaning out this room did take me a little bit of time. In fact, my kids were helping me sort through that box, and I'll probably still be sorting through that box of stuff for the next week. But I am so happy with how it turned out. I hope that by joining me today in all the work I did in this room will inspire you as you begin thinking about a new homeschool year. I know some of you homeschool year-round. I hope this inspires you. If you liked this content, I encourage you to take a look at the video I did last week on 5 things that we prioritize in our homeschool. I do 1 video a week on homeschooling encouragement for everyday moms. Have a great week.